Hello guys, welcome back to Beta Trend on YouTube. In this video we are going to be creating a new repository. So as you all know, in the last video we successfully created our accounts, and I said we are going to create a repository in this video. So you are here on our dashboard, and if you scroll down a bit you'll see start a new repository for random projects 1. So the thing about repositories is that you can store code and files there, but GitHub gives you only one free repository you can use as a website, something like that. But if you want that, your repository name has to exactly match your username or the name you use to sign up to GitHub. That's random project 1. So if I want to create a repository that will go live, I'll just simply put random projects 1.github.io. So let me give you an example of my repository. So I'm going to wait a bit. So this is my repository and it's online just like a website. So I'm going to close this. So to do that, just copy this because it has to exactly match the username. A repository can have any name, but as I said, if you want your repository to be online, you have to match it with your username for GitHub. Then you add .github.io at the end. Yes, like that. So you set it to public, but if you choose to set to private, there's no problem in that. So I'm setting mine to public. So after creating a repository, we will have to add a readme. But if you look here, you see introduce yourself with a profile readme. Readme is just a file you add some just little about your maybe the files you want to upload. So you can have so many repositories. You can just use them for different stuff. You want to store your code, do stuff like that, manage it, anything you want to do. But GitHub gives you only one free. So I'm going to click create a new repository. Remember, I'm setting it to public. So yeah, I've created a repository and I'm directed to this page. So as you can see, random projects 1, random projects.github.io. If I try to run it on the browser, if I try to run only random projects 1.github.io, I'll see a 404 because there's no readme and there's no files. So we are going to fix this quite soon. So now say quick. So if you've done this kind of thing before, you can set up on GitHub GitHub on your desktop. So we recommend every repository include a readme license and .gitignore. So I've already talked about the readme. So the license is just a license about your repository, telling people how it should be used. If maybe the most popular one is the MIT license. So then the .gitignore is just a file which you include some directories that should be ignored. So that's it. So we'll click the readme because that's the main thing we're after. So yeah, we'll just add a readme. I don't want to add something that's too much, so we'll just make it brief and concise. My first project, just something simple. So we'll commit the changes. No need to add any extra thing. Commit the changes directly. So this might take from few seconds to minutes for it to reflect on the GitHub repository. So let's wait a bit. While we are doing that, let's add files. So in this video I'm not going to add any files. Instead I'll create the file directly on GitHub. That's if you hover here, you will see create new file and upload files. So if you already have a project, you can just upload your files, but GitHub makes it good for you. You can just create your files directly on GitHub, then you can just save them, commit the changes, then they will show on the browser as far as you're having the GitHub.io. So let's try and run this again. Okay, now success. So we are seeing my first project. That's what was in the readme file. If you click it, you see my first project that was in the readme file. So now the next thing we're after is creating the files, because this readme file is just something that will display if you do not have any files on your GitHub. So I'll go to add file. So as I said, I'll create a new file. So this will be an HTML file, but I don't want to add a lot, just something simple and quick. So I'll just call it index.html because it's an HTML file. So I'll just put doc type HTML. So I'll add a head, then the title. I'll call it my first project. Just something simple. Then the body, I'll add something like h1. Hi, I just created a project. So something like this. Then I'll commit the changes. Create index.html. You commit it directly to the main branch. So yeah, we've created our index.html file. So as I said before, it might take from seconds to minutes for it to display. So let's just wait a bit. Wait about a minute, then we'll know if it successfully worked out. So you can also update your readme file. You can add your license. You can add the git ignore. Sometimes when that git ignore is used, is mainly sometimes in maybe if you're using React, if you're uploading some React files. So if you want to ignore like the node modules, because you can upload node modules directly to GitHub. It's too large, thousands of files, thousands of folders, so you can't do that. So let's run it. Wow, success. Hi. This hi just created a project, so you can update it. So if I want to update it, so switch to editor, because this is only in read only. So instead of hi I created a project, I can just say my first website. So I'll commit the changes, update index.html. So I'll wait about a minute again, because it won't just display like that. You just have to wait a bit. So you can create multiple repositories. Just create them. Just keep in mind that you can only have one that you can host online that GitHub gives you for free. So if you want more than that, you can upgrade. You can just come to this place, then you can upgrade, click on the upgrade, but this video is not for that. So let's try again. So as you can see, the changes have been reflected. My first website, so just like my own site, the maybe origiX.github.io, now we've successfully created this new GitHub repository that is being shown online, hosted online. So that's all for this video. If you like it, please make sure to subscribe, like, comment, and stay tuned for more exciting videos just like this. I hope you've learned something new, something great. Stay tuned, stay well.